I'm ready.
Okay, this is our weekly video.
Week 5.
Week 5, and next week is going to be field day. So here we go, and hey, it's field day on Memorial Day, which will really mess everything up. So we're going to take the lid off like we always do, lay it over here and back. I'm going to look for the queen. No sign of the girl. I figure she'll be downstairs today. They're not going to want to be opened up very long. It's pretty chilly outside.
Ooh, they're making a little bit of a mess, though.
Is there any nectar in those?
Yeah, I'll look on there for the queen.
So we got bird comb on there, and I see a little nectar droplets on some of it. So, and now let's look. Frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got bees on this side right here. So we got 6 frames of bees, which is what we should expect. Jerry better put his bail up because they're already after me. Got my hearing aids in today.
Oh, yeah, they like that frequency. No queen on the inner cover.
So let's smoke the top bars. We can get that bird comb off. We're going to take the bird comb off first while we smoke them all down. Okay, so Jim's going to anxiously take that. Remember, you can let the bees clean the bird comb up on the front, then the next day go pick it up, throw it in a coffee can, and save it. At the end of the summer, you can melt it down. Now we're going to look and see if we got...
They're drawing this one
it out.
Yep, they sure are.
Just started on this frame. They'll probably finish it by the end of the week. So next Saturday, we will be putting a second box on this hive, I'll bet you. Okay?
Put it over here.
That's all right, right here.
Well, and crawl up your legs.
It'll be fine. Yeah. We're getting a lot of questions on feeding. The last video I did, people were asking, are we still feeding? And I know that you haven't put any more syrup in.
Nope.
There's such a nectar flowing.
Look at all this nectar. This
right
is
now.
not syrup. This is all nectar in here.
You don't need to be feeding now.
If you see something like that, you don't need to be feeding. What I told people to do is don't run away and take your feeder out yet. Just watch it. Just don't feed if they got plenty of nectar. They're doing a good job on their own. They would rather bring nectar in than bring in syrup. Okay.
How's it up in different areas? Like
so far,
Ted's.
It's looking really good. Ted's got nectar coming in, lots of it.
Oh, good.
Now the dandelions are starting to go down a little bit. Should be brood in there. We got any? See anything?
Yeah,
in there?
eggs.
Eggs?
Eggs right here.
Okay, that's what we would expect. She should have spent the last week or so laying back through these here. Now you notice this is drawn out now. We'll need to put a 24 on this frame. Now you notice they're all crowding up around the honey. It's cool out and we smoked them. So not a bad deal.
They're filling their bellies right now.
And if anybody asks me why they put bird comb, I'm not going to answer you. They just like to piss you off.
There she is right there.
There she is. Look at her.
So this is the last frame to hatch out. See here? It's coming out this week, which is right on schedule. And this here is, she's probably got larvae in there. She should have been laying back through all this.
I think she just started.
Okay.
I think she just started.
And see, this one is hatching out too.
Yep, she hasn't got to this one yet.
Okay. So this hive is performing textbook right now. Okay? So now this all hatched out. This hatched later. So this center part's hatched out and it's already capped.
And she's already come back, and now there's larvae all through here.
Okay. Right on scope. And look at this. There's one little drone.
Here, we got drones on the other side here.
Okay.
Here's drone cells. And every once in a while, you just take and open one up like this. And what you're looking for It's mites.
Oh.
They usually scurry out of there like a...
Oh, we got one right there.
No, that's
Nope.
not a mite.
It's not a mite?
No.
Nope.
I thought I saw something on here though, but
Oh,
they'll scurry around.
They'll be moving.
They'll move around real fast, but this is a good way on drone cells only. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good frame of brood.
So that's, now, this would be one of the first ones to hatch. Look at it. In fact, they all capped again. This right here is why you're going to be putting a second box on next week, is because you're going to see these bees right here that have all capped are going to be hatching out in the next 10 days. And so, you know, you want to be ready for it. Now remember, when you put a second box on, you're going to take the feeder out, move it up into the second box, and put an empty frame down here. Just put it on the outside. Don't stick it in the middle.
Look at them down here.
Festooning. That is festooning.
That's festooning, yes.
Look at that one's all capped too. Nice job.
So your hives may look a little different than ours, depending on where you're at and what your bees are doing. If all 6 or 7 of your frames are drawn out, then you can add your second box this week. If yours looks like ours and they've still got to work on that last frame, then don't add your second box yet. That's
Probably won't be quite as active as they have been because it's a lot cooler this week.
You got your pin?
No, I
My
don't.
pin?
I'll go get one.
What'd you do
Here,
with the
hand
one
me
I
that.
gave you?
I put it back.
Okay, that goes on the outside.
This one does, yeah.
So we're looking pretty good. This is what it should be. If you sat and looked at a chart that we gave you in your handouts, shows how the bees should be performing and doing and everything. You're looking at pretty norm. This is just what the chart says. How many eggs she can lay versus how many will hatch out and stuff. This one's done a real good job. These two are both capped brood, so next 10 days they're going to hatch out. That's going to mean these 2 frames here are clear full. So we'll get a second box on here, so there's a place for them to go. We're going to mark a 24 on this one, and we're going to mark a 24 on this one. So they've drawn out completely 2 frames since last week. And they love the pin. I don't know why. I think it's just because we're over there. Jim's trying to match Ted's penmanship.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to ease the inner cover back on. And you can do this in 2 ways, but seeing how Larry's sitting here with no suit on, we can shake the bees and see if he could jump. But we'll gently put it on like this and slowly turn it to give the bees a chance to move out of the way and go. And then we'll put the lid on. You want to write the data on there? I'll do it.
Got it?
Okay, we've got, Ted likes us to tell you that it's queen right, so it is. We've got 7 frames of bees, or yeah, no,
6.
6, I'm sorry. 6 bees and about 5 brood, okay? And we got good honey, okay?
Perfect.
You saw the honey stores in there. They were putting honey around all the brood frames on the corners. So we're looking really good for stores. Does not need to be fed this week. We'll take a look at it again next week. Probably see a little bit more honey. But we're kind of, the dandelions in here in the valley are starting to taper off a little bit. So, but I see a lot of bushes are still blooming and trees. So we should continue to still have a fairly decent honey flow for the next week.
Black locust is just starting to come on now, and when that hits,
oh,
if it doesn't get watered down or blown away, they'll be going crazy on the black locust.
Black locust is an extremely heavy honey flow. If you haven't got your second box on when that starts, you're in trouble. They'll jam out the queen and then you got all sorts of problems.
All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.